Okay, what's up guys? I'm back with another video, and this time I'm going to be showing you how to change out your serpentine belt or fan belt, whatever you want to call it. But before we begin, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers and all my thousands of viewers. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. And don't forget to hit that bell notification for future videos. I'm going to be making some more videos about how to change out your alternator, your starter, all the easy little tune-ups that you can do yourself, parts replacements. I'm also going to be showing you how to replace your brake pads as well. That's not too bad either. That's pretty easy. So without further ado, let's get this show started. And let me tell you what we need here. You're going to need a ratchet or wrench. I like to use the ratchet. And there's going to be two kinds of wrenches. You're going to have your box end wrench like that and an open end wrench like this. I'm also going to be using these pair of pliers here to take the radiator hose off, just so we can have some more room to work around in there. And one of my pulleys has some gunky stuff on it, so I'm going to use this razor blade and sandpaper to get that stuff off. And now sometimes the ratchet or the wrench you're using might be a little bit too short, or it might be a little bit too hard for you to turn it. So I like to use this multi-functional device I got right here. And this bad mamma jamma is going to get its own little video pretty soon on all the different ways to use it. I'm going to show you how to do that. Get that. Now the size socket you're going to need is going to be 15 millimeters if you're using metric in your country, or 5/8 standard American if you're in America. Why we have to be different, I don't know. But that's that. Okay. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, the belt. So I put the belt out in the sun just to soften it up a little bit. But if you notice on the belt, on one side you have ridges, and on the other side you have it nice and smooth, because some pulleys have ridges and some are just nice and smooth. But you'll see what I'm talking about once we put it on. Alright, here we go. Now the first thing you want to do is take this plastic shroud off. And so you can just get a screwdriver or some pliers and pop those little fasteners out, which I've already done, a while back. But I just keep this in the storm just so I can have all this information on here. See, all this tells you all the coolants and temperatures they need to be, your AC coolants. And right over here, you get your fan belt diagrams here, your serpentine belt diagrams, 4.6, 5.4. We need the 4.2 liter, okay? Now right there, that pulley right there, that one's got a nut on it. And that's where you're going to put your ratchet or your wrench. And then when you put your ratchet on your wrench there, you're going to try to turn it counterclockwise, like that. Boom. And when you do that, that pulley's going to move over to the left. And that belt is going to loosen up. And when that belt loosens up, you can just take it right off. Okay, now be careful when you do that, because that thing is spring loaded. And if you let go, or if it slips out of your hand, it's going to spring back and knock the hell out of your knuckles and hands and wrists. Okay, now I also like to take this out of the way too. It's really hard. It's really stuck in this. You have to pull really, really hard. Alright, cool. So, I just like to make as much room as possible. You never know what could get stuck on whatever you got there, so. Alright. Well, anyways, that's that. So let's get these pliers and go take this radiator hose off. Alright, let's see if I can do this with one hand. I got the camera in one. That's another thing. I might have to put the camera down to do a few things with both my hands, but I'll try to show you as much as possible with just doing one hand. But yeah, so you just pinch these with the pliers and wiggle it around, pull it back. There you go, see that? And then just get it with your hand and wiggle this more and pull it all off. One thing I forgot to mention, guys, make sure your engine is cooled down before you do this. Right there, see how I'm touching? I can feel the heat. I can feel the heat coming off there because I didn't let it cool down. But I'm a pretty tough guy. I can take the heat. I've been burned before. Anyway, so here we go. I like to hook it up along the battery cables here just to hold it up out of the way. Look at that steam. Look at that steam coming from it. That's how hot that was. That was so hot. Alright, well anyways. let's continue. Okay, so I got my ratchet on that pulley down there, and I'm pulling it down to the left, and it's loosening that belt, and now I can slip it off of that alternator pulley right there. Which, by the way, when it comes time to change out your alternator, this is what you're gonna have to do to get the belt loose. Okay, so once I let go and it springs back to the right, that belt should just fall right down. But look at all that gunky stuff. I got, see that gunky stuff I got built up on there? And I know what I'm doing is not correct, but I've been doing like this and it's fine, dude. So I'm gonna scrape it off and sand it down. And so anyways, here we go. Let me show you here. So right now I got it pulled down to the left. See how I got that ratchet on there? I don't know if you can see it. Now I let it spring back. I'm letting it spring back to the right. And now I'm pulling it down. Now I let it spring back to the right. See, that's what I'm talking about. So if it slips, it's going to knock the hell out of you. So here we go. Now if you notice here, the belt goes on the outside of these two pulleys and on the inside of these two pulleys, on the outside of those two pulleys, and then back down around again like that. Okay, now right here on this pulley right here is where your fan is attached to. Okay, now the first time I did this I freaked out and I was like, oh man, how am I gonna do this? I thought I was gonna have to take the fan off and the shroud, because it looks like the belt goes all the way around it. And I'm like, looking at the diagram here though, you can see how it goes, and it doesn't go all the way around. It's just like a little optical illusion, so don't freak out. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do it right now. Just drop it in on this side over here. On the passenger side, just drop it down in here like this. Okay, let's see here. Let you get a good view of everything down there. Just drop it down there like that on that side. See, there's a fan. And I'm just gonna hang it up on the alternator right here just to hold it up. I'm doing this with one hand, guys. I might have to put the phone down in a minute, but basically I'm gonna put the belt on the bottom two, like we said, on the outside of the bottom two. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put it around where the fan pulley is. And then I'm gonna put it around the pulley where the ratchet is at. Okay? Man, I'm gonna have to put the phone down. To do this, I need both my hands. Alright, hold on one second. Okay, so I went ahead and put the belt all the way around the alternator, around the two bottom pulleys, and around the two top ones, like this. Okay? And also, there's a fan at that one. I'll show you a better picture in just a minute. Let me cut away to it. Okay, see right here, your fan pulley. I got the belt on there. See? So I got it on the two top ones, and it wraps around and comes around there like that, like an S. Okay? Now I put the one on the ratchet. I put that one on. See how I have the ratchet set up on there? Now you just gotta push this down. But it's too tight, right? So that's why you just gotta loosen the belt a little bit with your left hand and push it down with your right hand. Slip it right down underneath that pulley right there. Just like that. I need to put my camera down so I can do it, but let's see. Here we go. Right there. Look, see? I finally got it all back together again. Now, right here, you want to check and make sure that you got the belt on all the pulleys correctly. That it's sitting centered the way it's supposed to be. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you in a minute what that looks like, because I didn't do that. I didn't double check my work, right? And so I put it all back together like I'm doing right now. I took the ratchet off, I put the hose back on, and then I noticed that one of the pulleys, the one with the grooves on it, it wasn't setting correctly. Okay, so let me cut away to that. Okay, now if you look at that pulley right there, that's the one I messed up on. See, I didn't double check. See those grooves? If that happens, it's okay. Just loosen it up with your left hand and reposition it with your right hand and fit it on there the way it's supposed to be. Okay. And if you want to, if you like this video, you learned something, or if you know somebody that has a Ford truck like this and could use this video, share it with them. Put the word out. So, as you can tell, I finally got an editing app. And I did a cool little outro here. So, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.